the undefeatedness.
This is a winning hero guarantee you at least second place, so at least $300.
A dime dropping for Punny right away with the sloth too. He could make some magic happen here, or he could get jack shite.
He could eat a sloth bomb in the mouth.
Yep.
Almost a second.
Oh, Loki's horns, best item in the game. So carry.
So carry.
Re-rolled like a beast.
Bob's running ahead into Tooth Shot. He takes it before checking his item room.
I'm curious. Not many players have been taking this as a starting item. So.
I would have checked my item room first and maybe taken a peek, but I don't think he's planning on keeping this floor yet. It's going to come down to another item being at least decent.
Harlequin Baby's not going to be good enough for Casper. Seen some players starting off with a couple of those non-special followers and getting off early, but Casper's looking for the carry. He knows his opponent is looking around with the two-shot right now. And he could have, if he left it on the ground, maybe netted another special item, too.
No, not to say he couldn't get one with it. It's just...
Wow.
Casper's had it a lot. He's had it a lot.
He had that 3 times in a row the other day.
It's not...
first item.
Yeah, and it's not unbelievably carried. I mean, it goes great with the Brimstone, but that's not guaranteed. Guaranteed.
It'll taper off probably around Necropolis if you don't have something made with it, I would say.
For sure.
Definitely in the womb, especially on mom's fight if you don't have something to go with it. Some piercing at least, like at the very least you need some damage. Holly's obviously going to be like the best thing you can get with that, or a Brimstone. And
Punny may just be doing the go for the devil deal and see what hits.
Could be. I mean, the tooth shot, even if he does pick up a devil deal and takes himself out of tears, is going to make those teeth pretty much a non-important special item, period, because it's not going to give damage up.
They're one of the few that do nothing with the Brimstones, the techs, the knives, which is a big reason I'm not a fan of it in the racing format. I am a huge fan of it in everything else. He's going to have to leave his Punny Porter behind. He loves it, but you just can't take it on Basement 1.
Oh, shoot the poop. Not the strongest item, especially when you're rocking a D6 in the Basement 2.
Just a little bit weak. Maybe if we could shoop snap it. Or shoop job it.
That would be good because that's like an ultimate Brimstone too. It's the max damage Brimstone, so I could see it actually maybe being used a little bit. I still think people wouldn't trade it for their D6 though.
No, my biggest problem with it is it's got a really long delay when you fire it.
Yeah,
it doesn't fire instantly like letting go of your Brimstone does.
I've missed a lot of times because of that crap.
Especially the quicker enemies. Super Saiyan jumpers.
Both people here, both players have a good amount of coins saved up in the Basement too. They could definitely make their shops happen.
He's just lost the last of his soul heart. He's got to hit through the rest of this floor without taking any more red heart damage. And he's trapped himself. Oh, and there he goes back to the beginning.
Right in the corner. Now, actually, this could be... I mean, of course he wanted to check his devil deal, but this could actually be a good thing for him because he could be off on a stronger start.
Yeah. Giving up the money maybe a little, but giving up the two shot, not a big deal.
Yeah. Punny has had like really, really strong items throughout his run so far as well. And not only has he found the strong items early, but he's known how to use them, and he's put up some of our fastest times.
I'm pretty sure he is still our fastest time, if under 15 minutes. The only guy to do under 15 minutes, which is beyond fast. More Pedro guys coming in from YouTube. Thank you guys for coming over.
Jesus. What's up, Xiphius? How you doing? Here's Casper's first devil deal. Will he make some ass magic happen?
That leprechaun.
I don't know.
I would have had to take the mark, but why no roll there?
I'm not sure why I didn't make the roll here. He's going back, too.
Maybe he has more faith in the item room since he's not rocking a special item? Or maybe he wants to see the cursed room.
Cursed room taking him right into his special item. He's not going to be scared to check his shop now with all that money.
Now he's got his dice up, so maybe it could pan out for him. I actually don't mind the mark on the quad shot there. I mean, it's going to affect all those tiers. It can be really nice damage up.
Oof.
Hey, Demon.
Oof.
Oof.
Not what you want to see early. You want to get your mapping first and then take the candle for speed.
He's not rolling that either. He's making some decisions here. He knows he has time with Punny behind. Punny actually took a thick odd mushroom, which, again, is usually a questionable start. It's a speed down and a health container, but he's got the 2 soul hearts, so maybe this time he can...
That's an upgrade. It's going to be slow shots, though, with that quad.
He did, like I said, value the item room because he didn't have a special item, I think, there, so...
I don't know. I mean, it worked out for him, but I still think maybe...
It was a little risky. Yeah, the Devil Deal would have been a little more reliable.
Mm-hmm.
The Brim...
Plus, you would be rolling more stuff out of your Devil Pool.
Yeah, the Brim Quad may not be quite as fast as the Dr. Fetus, but it's going to be much safer and still very, very strong.
And look how slow these shots are going to be, too, going out here for his bombs. You're going to notice when he tries to get more than a couple off in one room how just slow they are.
Damn, look at all them Pedros coming in here. They don't stop. The Pedros don't stop. And now an Envy fight, and he's going to reset again. He says it's not worth the time. I'm holding R.
Punny is pretty much looking for to get out of tiers on his first or second floor now to catch up.
Yeah, especially
in the
knowing,
same position I was yesterday against Hyphenated.
Especially knowing your opponent has Brimstone, and if there's anyone who can catch up to a Dr. Fetus, it's Punny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he is very fast when you put those good items in his hands.
It's totally possible. We've seen the comebacks from behind, especially against the Fetus. All it's going to take is a little mapping or a knife or just lots of damage stacked.
Is that the power of the meat to go with our Dr. Fetus? I think it is.
There's a nice start for Punny he's going to take.
It is nice.
But it's still not a Fetus.
It's still not a Fetus. And unfortunately, the multiplier does not stack with the Brimstones and the knives. So you lose a lot of its value, honestly, in the later game of this rule set as well. So I mean,
Casper's got to be feeling a little better with that 1-up because he's sitting at 1.5 hearts, and it doesn't matter how good you are with the Fetus, you could always blow yourself up depending on what kind of room you walk into.
Get kissed by a couple of spiders. I mean, it's easy for everyone to make a mistake with those items.
Flies, globins. I mean, you got to get a little.
Globins with that shot speed is what scares me. He has no bombs right now. He could possibly get stuck in a globin room and not be able to get out.
Absolutely. The winners brackets, guys, are up on the balls of steel. I did not win yesterday. We have the 3 winners. 1 from the loser bracket and 2 from the winners bracket right now. Hyphenated won the losers bracket. Put up some very good races. Very good times, and played very well. Everybody played very well. Slack played very well. Everybody. So
yes, the 3 guys left are guaranteed to walk away with money. Now they're trying to figure out how much money and whether or not they get that sweet Balls of Steel trophy, and obviously the rep of I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
Exactly. The winner of the first Balls of Steel tournament.
It's almost over, man. It's crazy.
I know. We're gonna have to get our minds cracking on that next tournament.
What's
format.
happening? Alright, so Punny finally is going to see a Devil Deal here, and I hope for his sake it's a good one, because he really can't afford another reset.
He's coming back from behind. Casper's really just taking his time. He's really full clearing a lot of his floors, checking his rooms.
Being on that XL, I gotta roll.
And he knows he can crank it out, too.
I gotta roll both in that scenario, and that's exactly what Punny's looking for. Plus, he's got the pentagram out there on the floor.
That's exactly what he needed.
Exactly. I mean, that pentagram's going to give him more Devil Deals to go with that Brimstone he's already got. Again, that makes the Max's head a much weaker item, but still a little damage for him. Those Pedros, man.
And look at that, like, Casper immediately just bombed right through the spider room there, because he doesn't want to mess with those spiders.
No,
he wants to keep that life.
Both on the Caves XL now, too, so really, Punny could get his lead back right here. If he finds his boss fights first.
And how long it's taken him to dish these bombs out.
They both look like they're possibly on the right way. It's hard to tell with Punny because he hasn't cleared that many rooms. And I don't know, every time you see a room, keep going, keep going. Ah, there's the dead end.
That Brim is clearing faster than the Fetus for sure right now. With especially, I mean, if he was bombing through every room, I would say that's probably going to give him a tiny edge. Oh! That's an edge.
That helps with the bosses for sure. It's not going to do a ton in the room clear, but it's going to help a lot with the boss fights.
It'll help in the chest room clears, though.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot. And even in the cathedral. Anything that the bombs weren't already one-shotting, it's just going to put him over the top.
These are the rooms, though, that slow bombs that are just terribly bad. I'd be trying to use my meat cube.
Yeah, true that.
They're so slow.
There he goes with it.
And Punny actually in the lead now. Like I said, if he found his boss fights first, and he did, he's actually in the lead. He's one boss ahead.
That's all it takes sometimes.
Golden Hollow
really took his time, too.
He did.
With this floor. He knew he had the lead. He knew Punny didn't have anything. The problem with it is he gave Punny enough time to get something.
Definitely did. That's the issue with being a little safe. You got to be ready to turn on the speed if you have to. And Punny,
I would wager to say if he did not have that quad shot, he would be in a much better position here to keep the lead too.
And there's Punny's cat. So now Casper's really going to be uh-oh. Yeah. That's the problem with that with that pentagram, man. We've seen how deadly it can be early, finding it like that. I mean, just forcing so many extra devil deals compared to your opponent.
Indeed. Casper's not even going to roll the item. He's just going to go.
Punny's only concern now is farming up life. But he does have the 9 lives in tow. This is not the finale. This is the last of the winner's bracket. Both of these guys you're watching right now have to lose twice today to be out. So they're both sitting in a good spot still to win. Even if iKasperr does get beat here by Punny or vice versa, they still have a good chance to win. And a Joker card on top of that pentagram. I'd have to hit it right now because it's going to backtrack you anyway.
And first to find his boss room, iKasperr's moving on to 3 hearts.
Back to a little bit of a lead.
He does not have time to mess around.
I'd definitely be hitting that joke card. It would be bouncing me back to my starting location right now.
Yeah.
You can actually use a Joker card as a way to backtrack like a Fool card because it always puts you back in your starting room. So I know you're trying to save it to maximize your devil deals, but if you look at the items on Punny's side, there's not a lot left from the devil deal he really wants. Yeah. Don't be too greedy.
iKasperr's getting everything.
And that's where I would rather had that Brim over that Dr. Fetus any day of the week. That Dr. Fetus is just so slow right now.
I mean, the thing is he's got so many different types of builds made with the quad shot and the Brim and the Fetus and the Doctor, or the Mr. Mega and the Dr. Fetus. It's really just hard.
Yeah.
What's going to be faster? What's the most efficient here? I've already committed to the Fetus, so it's a hard decision. That's where it comes down to personal preference and really what you think is most efficient.
He's going to actually bomb the Demon Judgy there, too, so he may get another Devil Deal on this floor, because that's going to up his chance by, like, 45, 50%. I can never remember what the Judgy percent is, like 25 or 30.
I always thought it was 10, but then I know it's higher, so I think it's 25 or 30. I always think it's 10 for some reason, though, but I know it's higher than that.
And there's the boss fight for Punny, so they're going to be back on the same floor, but there's it for iKasperr, so iKasperr's going to maintain a little lead here.
They are so close to each other right now.
iKasperr's going to be rolling without mapping. I heard him talking about it in practice yesterday, too. He doesn't value the backtracking for the mapping this late in the game very much. He just doesn't, it can really cost you a lot of time, which is, I think, an understandable statement.
Well, there's really no guarantee since he hasn't checked his shop last floor either. He would really, if he was trying to force on this floor, he'd have that chance for that greed. And, he might not get a Steam sale to re-roll, and it's just not guaranteed.
Right.
He doesn't have the time. I mean, he is making a little bit of time here. He's about a floor ahead, but it's not saying much when you got...
Punny is going to go looking for his mapping, it looks like. He says, as much of my floor as I cleared, I'm going to go see if I can find my mapping.
And you got to give him props for not choking under stress and slow playing this. He is rocking like almost no health, though. He probably maybe even just wants a soul heart from the shop.
He has the other health up in the boss pool there, and there's a little mapping. He's going to take it, plus he's going to get a soul heart out of the shop. He'll be happy with that. And iKasperr, boom, boss fight. Punny needs to move it.
iKasperr's really picking up pace here. He's getting those boss fights really fast without mapping the last 3 floors. So
it's the problem with the Fetus, man. If you do not, or if you find the right ways and can map out pretty good like iKasperr's been known to do, really good inner compass, good luck beating it.
His boss rerolls really have just been not there for him either. With the Fetus, you really just want to check nothing but mapping after you get your Mr. Mega especially, and then just go for straight health boss items.
Yeah, especially with that 1-up in tow. I mean, the more health, the better. The more health,
and the
the
2
better.
of hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, those items are all going to be more valuable the more red hearts you have. They're not soul heart items. And with the fetus, a red heart build is totally viable.
Mm-hmm. It is one of the few builds where it is viable.
It's not like the knife where you're relying on Polaroid production. You're not even relying, but you can have those like 3 soul heart kills on those bosses.
For sure.
He's just bombing through, which is what we expect from the fetus.
The problem with the fetus, though, is all it takes is one really bad floor where you go to, full clear mode, and it can really troll you. But there he is again, finding it. So he's going to be 2 floors ahead of Punny now.
Really doing a good job putting the pressure on Punny, saying you don't have time to sit here and find your mapping, son. He's got a treasure map.
Not to mention he got darkness immediately after getting that treasure map, so he didn't even get to put it to use.
He's really going to have to hope for an XL womb here to catch up. That's what he's got to hope for, with that mapping especially. Casper's actually taking the time to gamble. I think it looks like maybe he wants another orbital, which at this point, I mean, orbitals for your boss fights are not going to be too important. I mean, he has the Gish.
I'd be afraid of what Casper's doing right now with the delay. Maybe he just wants his Polaroid proc. Maybe that was really what he's going for. But I'd be afraid of Casper wasting too much time here.
I'd want to be in the cathedral while this guy's clearing the womb out and putting pressure on him.
For sure. I mean, a 2-floor lead sounds huge, but you've got that 2 of hearts, you've got that 1 up. You've got to be pretty confident with your health.
Good bomb drop there using the few bombs he does have.
And Punny's getting this long loading screen error, which is absolutely not what he needed.
Yep, and the longer it lasts, the worse chance that he is going to have that XL floor, so not looking good for what he needs now at this point if it hasn't loaded yet.
Thank you for all that love, Pedro. We do appreciate it, man. It just keeps rolling in here and there. It's YouTube, so it's nice and hitting slow.
Make sure you're not spamming though, guys. If there's any mods.
That loading screen error is terrible.
It's huge. And white, I've literally had one loop 5 times on me to white screens.
5?
5 before.
Wow. I've had triple.
Was terrible. It was during a race too, I think, if I remember correctly. A boiler race. Now Casper's sitting on 1.5 hearts with a 2 of hearts in the cathedral, so
probably gonna burn his 1 up first, I would think, with the life he has.
Yeah. He can't really stay on his Polaroid proc too well with that 2 of hearts either. So.
And there's Punny's U1 fight. So nice Mappus read. It's like a compass, only Mappius.
The Mappus.
The Mappus
read.
New
combo item.
And finding soul hearts left and right. Slack swears up and down that Guppy finds more soul hearts than regular characters, but I told him it's in his head.
Well, everybody's got their own little superstitious things.
They do, for sure.
All right. Casper finding no love with his mapping this time. He did not find, like the past 4 floors, his boss room, his first dead end there. He's got 2 dead ends that time.
Yeah. Like I said, that's all it's going to take, because there's Punny finding his again. That's all it takes with that Dr. Fetus. It is not that fast when you make a couple of mistakes.
Yep, I made some big map errors yesterday on my first round that I mean, you can't help it.
You can't. It's not guaranteed science. There is no science to it. You do your best, and everyone has their own little strategies. I know Casper's one who has a lot of little quirks that he does of his own, and it tends to work for him, but I know the majority of guys, like you've seen Punny 2 times in a row, just going to the longest distance on the map, which is my same strategy, unless I see something that makes me change my mind.
Same floor again.
But there's the Isaac fight for Casper.
Punny does have the map. I'd almost put it at far right here, but it totally could be where he's going.
I'd put it bottom left for sure.
A little bit more distance there.
But far right would be the next choice.
Look how slow those bombs are.
I know, man. He is not clearing bosses.
This is the problem that
and there is the boss fight for Punny
yesterday.
Yeah, I thought that was going to cost him a race yesterday when he accidentally picked up that Ipecac, not knowing the combo in the game of how bad it would slow down his Ipecac or bomb shots there.
I tried to put it to use, but both on the same fight, and their clear speed is about I'd give it to Punny by a smidgen, just because the bombs are throwing so slow here.
Not only that, I thought for sure Casper would be ripping through this boss much faster than he is.
He doesn't have the speeds.
Punny's destroying this boss.
And now the problem here is going to come from he has to clear the chest floor.
Yeah.
He can't blow through any rooms.
No bombing through.
So Punny's going back.
You gonna grab one of these cards, maybe?
Temperance to
Get
Rocket.
if he needs it. Or he's gonna do it right now. All right, that works too.
Oh man, Casper is picking up babies out of desperation, it looks like.
Babies is scary.
Babies, especially when you're relying on only having one orbital and then shooting out bombs. I mean, the bombs aren't going to cause much retaliation, and that's the point. You don't want the retaliation. The
Right.
babies will, and yeah.
The demon baby you can control and keep far enough away, but the Harlequin's a little iffy, and it will help
push
him.
your bombs.
It will. It'll help him here for the clear, and I think that's more what he's afraid of than the boss fight
Yeah.
itself.
Whoa! What?
He picked
What
up the
just
tick.
happened?
He picked up the
Did
tick.
he pick up the tick?
He picked up the tick.
Oh my god. The first race that I have ever witnessed where a tick has caused a reset. I know there have been some in Boiler. I haven't seen them personally. That just gave me like goosebumps. Like
It hurts, dude.
goosebumps.
Like, it
Yeah.
hurts so bad. As a guy who's made little mistakes, it hurts.
Well, I missed that. How did that happen?
It was laying in the middle of the, you didn't see it there? It was laying in the middle of the room between his, it was in his last room into the Isaac fight. And when he backtracked, he ran around it, and I said, I was going to say, I hope he doesn't run over that tick.
Wow, man. That is a seriously painful
Casper has no
mistake.
idea what happened. Casper's looking
He's
at...
like-
yeah,
he's
Casper's literally
wondering,
just
should
standing there
I-
looking at Punny's screen like, oh my god. Especially because Casper probably is, he's not looking great here.
Well, I mean, he can finish it out. I have faith here with the Two of Hearts. He did just burn his one up. Speak too soon. The
Yeah.
chest will throw you a little treat.
Guess you'll help with this room a little, maybe if up.
He's doing a
Nice
really
placement,
good job.
nice placement.
He's got Bobby Bomb too.
Very
now that
nice. He does have the homing bomb, which is helping a little bit with this fight for sure. Very nicely done.
If he finds anywhere to gamble now, which he's already checked his 2 rooms, so it's going to have to be off a card. Then he'll be good for gambling with the time, but gonna try those moon strats. They do work out, I would say, the majority of the time. I would give it like a 75%.
I wouldn't put it nearly that high. It has a lot to do with placement, personally.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like it's a pretty good chance, especially
if you find it offset, like leading a route, it's always worth using it, taking advantage, especially with Dr. Fetus, but it's not any kind of guarantee. Probably would have liked to kill the Gluttony there last instead of killing the Sloth. Just to have those extra hearts laying on the ground.
Oof. Little bit of miscalculation with the size there and the dodging. Nothing that's going to kill him, and he can still get back on this Polaroid proc. He's got the half heart laying down on the floor. Punny looking strong with his Blood of the Martyr, but right now this round is all Casper.
It's all about Casper right now. Yeah, I mean that tick pickup, and I honestly think Punny had him in the bag. I really do, with the mapping, with the room clear so much faster. I think Punny had him in the bag for sure.
If he would have just gone from his boss and not have gone back
for the Temperance. I mean,
mistake.
I understand why he went back for Temperance, but running over the tick was a mistake. He'd already ran by it once. You'd already seen it. He had no...
especially if it's not those one that's blocking the path.
No, it was in the middle of the room. He was probably looking over at chat or something and just ran right over it. Yeah.
It sucks,
Or
man.
Casper's game. Yeah, exactly. You were
One
talking
of those
about it.
things that we would take out if we could. If we could click off an item, tick would be gone for chest racing.
Yeah, because it can actually drop on you. There are certain scenarios where it can drop on your face and you just can't avoid it.
Yep. As long as you don't have bombs or something to push it out of the way,
Yeah.
it can definitely screw you.
And I've made the mistake with the going down to Satan instead of up to Cathedral and vice versa. I mean, I've made the little mistakes and they've cost me races before, but nothing this serious. Nothing where it could be the difference between $200 and $500.
Yeah.
That really a bad time to have a little mistake like that happen.
And the loser of this is going to have a tough time getting back into those finals.
For sure.
And they're going to be playing down. So this is a very important race. This is almost like the finals. Almost.
It is, because the loser of this is going to have to play this person again. They're going to have to come back and get vengeance twice on this person. So
Yes.
it's not going to be an easy task by any means. Like I said, we really wanted to give the advantage to the guy who went undefeated for working the whole time and maintaining his game the whole time, you know.
Yep.
Not see these guys who have a bad game and stumble one game like Cobalt did in his first round, stumbled pretty hard, and it definitely put him down. It definitely put him down.
Oh, he's doing a great job dodging all the babies, all the tears, knocking stuff down, and with that, well...
And this time, almost a no-hit after getting destroyed by Isaac. So
Yep.
babies worked out for him there, apparently. He gets it. I gotta stop the clock. I'm still crying
good.
for Punny. There will be so many good laughs had in my raid call after this tournament about Punny picking up that tag. The nice thing with Punny, though, is he is such a good guy. Like, he loves racing. He doesn't give it... I mean, he wanted to race Cobalt. He wanted to race Slack. He didn't want...
Yeah,
he was so upset that being in the winner's bracket cost him an extra race. Like, I know that doesn't mean he
come
was...
up through the signups, too.
He's the only guy left. We haven't mentioned that about him, too. He's the only guy left from the signups.
Man, these tweets are going buck wild today, guys. We're watching the race together. Here are the cheerleaders. Frinchan, New Ray Chan, and Holdlang. Awesome Isaac plushies. Those are so cool.
He probably would have won. He probably would have. He would have made Casper try go faster, which could have made...
It would have been close.
Very close. It was very close.
Yeah, it was close the whole time until that little pickup right there.
And Punny had to earn that comeback too, man. He had to earn it, and then to blow it on a tick in the middle of a room, and they are not going to waste. Oh wait, I thought they were off and running. He's resetting his game.
Yep. Hey guys,
I
you
don't-
don't have to jump right back into it. Take some time, breathe a little bit.
Whew, whew.
If it goes to a third round, we'll stop and take a 3-minute break. So.
I think Casper, he didn't even, or Punny didn't even tell Casper. It looked like, because Casper was looking over at his monitor like, what's
You don't
happened?
have to.
Why are you in the beginning? There they go.
It's totally not required for you to even speak to your opponent.
It does not.
I know though that when I raced Jim, it was really nice to have that friendly interaction and that chat going.
It can draw away from you though. It can distract me. It's distracted me a few times when I'm chatting with somebody.
It is nice though. It is nice sometimes.
You
but
can't blame the tick,
it's
guys. It
competition.
was in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it wasn't like the tick fell on a path that he could not walk around. So
It wasn't like it even fell like close to him and he got distracted. He ran by it twice.
one of my favorite starts. from
And
the growth
mine.
hormones.
I really love this item. Gives you that nice amount of speed to not be a slow Isaac. I might have took that quarter. I've been a big fan of at least trying to find that first shop with that quarter.
I've been taking some early quarters too from Devil deals and stuff with the same kind of philosophy, like find my shops, spend some money. Man, that teleporter is just not being nice to him today.
It's showing up at all the wrong times.
Like, you've used me, scum. Take me. Take me, I'm yours.
So again, Casper gets to take off with the lead here.
And he's got a strong item to start with, let alone hasn't even checked his Devil deal yet.
He
so.
may go a little faster this time after the last round where he thought for sure he had an edge over Punny, and Punny came back and caught up.
Twice he did. He was 2 floors behind twice and came back and got to the same floor.
Oof.
And speaking of starts, the beast.
Casper
It looks like Casper took some red heart
took
damage.
some red heart damage. Is going to reset even with a big item like growth hormones, which is a hard thing to do, especially when your opponent just picked up magic mushroom. So again, Punny's on a similar item to last time, big damage multiplier. But you do lose that damage multiplier with the brimstone and the knife, so it won't be as big late game. It'll be really nice early. And we saw, like, yesterday, Hyphenated put it together with Polyphemus for some huge cannonball-sized tiers.
Quad shot. Blech.
Huge tiers.
Salty.
Those are the biggest tiers we've seen. I mean, they were monstrous, or Duke of Fly size. And I know Casper is a huge fan of this item, but...
It's great when you have it with the knife.
Yeah, when you can combine it with something, it's great.
Tier 8's really important with that, too.
With a standalone item...
One of the few things, though, with some damage that I could see people actually making it to the chest in with tears, but the problem is if the other guy doesn't have tears, he probably can do it faster.
Oops, I forgot to update.
What update?
You forgot to put the win up.
Yep, we forgot to. My bad, I got it, guys. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in these awesome races.
Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for that. We do get distracted. It is. We want to watch. We want to
Those
watch, man.
parts from the rock, but 2 in his curse room.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I'd be like cursing my rock and then being like instant mood change, just bipolar.
Oh,
Oh, I like you again.
hello, game. Punny needs to be very careful here. Silly shit like this costs you your devil deal can really piss you off and put you in a bad mood. Oh my
Buddy's a
god.
good guy though.
He really is, dude. He does not get mad very often.
He's like Dune, like
Yeah, no, he'll laugh at everything. Like, I'm sure he
dude,
was
to pick up
laughing.
that tick, he had been cheesing, and I just can see his face on the screen, just
I'm
with the
sure
biggest
Punny was
smile.
too. Is it 5:40 a.m. in Australia? Well, next time we need to yell at Cobalt and say, let's do some afternoon racing, some afternoon delights.
I kept forgetting it was this early. I will definitely make the time a little bit later next time, I think, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, you guys,
We're gonna play with this. This is our first tournament together, so
you guys know
definitely
me.
some
I'm the
wiggle
late.
room.
I'm the late night.
I don't know why people don't like Isaac's head. It's piercing shots. It's not gonna knock back your shots or your enemies. Like you can hit multiple things with it. I really like that as a trinket. You're gonna drop it later anyway before the chest.
And Punny almost didn't pick up that health container, probably for the same reason or for the reason right there. I mean, he just took a dead cat, gave up 5 health containers to drop to 1 health container to take a dead cat on basement 1 or basement 2.
And you know what sucks? He's not gonna have a roll in that room now.
He's not gonna have a roll in that room either. But he did pull another item out of his devil deal just by touching it, and open up that library, or increase that library chance by touching it. So not a bad touch.
Mm-hmm. Now he's
But
gonna have to try really hard not to take any more damage. His cave is 1 though,
Yeah.
so
he did get lucky to not get the XL this time.
he has that early lead over iKasperr right now. But Casper's really right behind him with a contact, and he has not seen his devil item yet.
It wouldn't be a ton later, guys. If anything, it might be just a little bit later. But there's no way we can hit every single time zone and make it perfect, unfortunately.
It's around 11.
Problem is, even this for
Now
America is early. I mean, right now it's only
it is.
12:40 in Canada, which who's up at
People could be out running errands and doing stuff throughout the day, you know?
or hungover from Friday night.
Yep, people, I think a little bit later time on Saturday would be better just because people are settling in, coming back home, you know, around the PM. So.
We had to do the Friday later because of working still, too, so.
Ooh, dirty dogging it.
Haven't seen it, but there's the penna. Now I'm seeing it, and
Oh, wow. He actually went for the reroll there. I'm surprised he actually took the mark last time, did he not?
he took the mark when he had the quad shot, which I agree with more so. Knowing the penna sitting out there, he didn't necessarily need the mark to go with it.
I really think that he needs damage to go with that contact, though. Then again, I would have liked to seen the pact there instead of the mark because tier 8 with that is just invaluable. You want to get as many shots going on things as you can to freeze them.
Yeah, but the brim, the knife, you did it, man. You did it yourself.
I know, but I had to make it happen. Like, I don't know.
Ooh, there's a judgy for Punny as well. That could increase that devil deal chance, but he's got a habit in his shop as well. He's kind of in like a sticky situation here.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his boss. I think he hasn't taken red heart damage yet. It is hard for me to
man.
watch.
Fistula on tiers is always sketch.
It is very
mean-
easy to take a little nip.
Just a little nip. It's not a difficult boss, but it is it's a hard boss not to lose half a heart to sometimes. Just depends on the rock.
Especially
placement.
without fire rate. I mean, you're sitting on that base fire rate as well.
Luckily, these rock placements are really nice. There's not some rocks poking out away from the wall. But then again,
he overestimated his damage and thought he could put it down.
yeah.
So there goes his devil deal chance on this floor.
I mean, he could still magically pull it off.
Pulled the
if-
1%er.
Get that 1 out of 99.
I don't even know if it's a 1%er on this floor because of the negative from the last floor.
Watch, he'll get it, but it'll be Lord Krampus.
It'll be Lord Krampus, the Krampinator.
Oh, man. And that's what I'm saying about Fistula right there, guys. And like I said, he's lucky that he doesn't have the rocks actually jutting out from the wall. It would make it more difficult because they can get behind those, bounce all crazy-like, and get really unpredictable. He's going to say, I'm going to check the curse room just because I already lost I've already taken red heart
the devil deal
damage.
damage, yep. Now the item room. Where's the pills to go with that PhD? Oh my god.
Such a strong start with the magic mushroom, and then just not being able to get anything together right now. But luckily, Casper doesn't have too much carry, low health, not too much damage, nothing off base tier 8 as far as I can see. So
Yeah, both of them right now sitting in a pretty weak position compared to where they were last race.
yeah. And last race was a 25-minute race too.
It ended up being,
So-
yeah, it wasn't super fast end time, but they were moving
That's-
along, keeping each other pushed.
For Punny, that is a really, I don't think I've seen him put up a run over 21, 23 minutes this whole tournament.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, and it wasn't just because he picked up the tick and had to restart. They were at like the 20-minute mark when they were both in the cathedral there. So
Casper has had some of the worst races as far as like true struggle, man. Like they have
Yeah.
been so close, neck and neck. He's had to force some serious comebacks. He's almost lost his games a couple times. I mean, he's worked his ass off.
And everybody's has been practicing like crazy. Like you can't say one racer that was in this thing has not practiced more than another. Like I feel like even off stream, you know, we don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what people are doing off stream too. So
Oh, I saw a lot of tweets of off stream and a lot of pictures and highlights and stuff off
Yeah.
stream on Twitter of. I know
I even
Slacks
played
with his
off-stream
12
some.
minutes and stuff like that. He was showing us off stream, so.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not what Punny wanted to hear. Compass.
I would have picked up that Soul Heart myself, just banking on finding some more money.
Yep.
I just like hearts.
Punny
Can
had
I
a couple
say?
more rooms on his last floor with a habit in his shop, and I thought that was a bad choice to not go look because we know how devastating the habit is. We are almost guaranteeing
Yep.
you guys right now the habit will be banned in the next tournament.
It was the only reason I was able to almost come back on Hyphenated yesterday from like a 4-room, 4-floor deficit because I was able to force my compass from my shop
Yeah.
with a knife. So
If we leave
They're
the
beasts.
if we leave the D6 in and don't switch characters on you guys, we will definitely be removing the habit. It is just too strong with the devil deals, too easy to force what you want in those devil deals and those shops.
yeah, and if we did leave it in, we'd have to limit it, and then it would get all confusing.
Yeah,
And
we want to make it simple on everybody.
we don't want to just start banning combos of items and have like 10 different combo items banned that you're having to like
You have to have a cheat
You know,
sheet. You have to have
remember-
sticky notes on your monitor.
Yeah.
Like,
little sticky notes and
yeah, it
and,
will
like,
not be
personal
anything like
assistance.
that, guys. And if that's what you're hoping for, I'm sorry.
it'll be simple stuff.
And we want the
like
racers to have fun.
this and
That's
that.
my biggest point too. I'm going to continue to maintain that. We want our racers to enjoy the rule set, period. So if, and I know a lot of guys like what we have. They actually like it a lot more than some of the viewers have complained about the brims and the knives because they're fun to play with.
Yeah.
But we do
Everybody,
want
I mean, you can go fast with
Right.
this rule set.
we do want to make a
really
couple
fast.
of changes. For sure. And maybe we'll go completely opposite and do a blue baby race. We really don't know.
I would just like to see the races get to about a 20 to 30 minute per time frame instead of these under 20-minute runs. I think that would be the perfect time for what we're looking for.
Well,
So-
just showcase a little more talent and a little less
Yeah.
carry. Yeah.
Exactly. Just like these 15, 16-minute runs, 14-minute runs, not cool. Punny is just
He says, I am not
Struggle, dude.
going to take red heart damage on this floor game. Get out of here. He just
that
stars.
dead cat really is hurting him right now.
Yeah, he just stars cars to save his devil deal.
He has no bombs. This boss is by no means extremely challenging. You can really
He made a simple mistake there and let him try. He's thinking, "Oh, I can fit," and he probably could have fit between those two hollows, but he got scared because the magic mushroom makes you look bigger. You aren't actually bigger as far as your hitbox is concerned, but you look bigger, so it can be really confusing. I've bitched about it before during the blue baby fights and stuff. He did get his devil deal out of it, so I'll burn a Stars car every day to get my devil deal. Oh my god.
That sucks so bad.
And
he's
he's
so lucky that stayed open.
Oh my god,
Wow.
it stayed open. I was about to say he's going to lose his D6.
Oh man, I don't know. He's gonna have to find something out of it. That sucks. So
He didn't go
bad.
back for his cursed room either. Those items he's seen in or the item he saw in the devil deal there could still be in his cursed room.
Oh, it hurts, man. And you know what? He's actually in the lead right
He
now.
is, and he's worked hard to get that. He's done everything in his ability. And
This
that's
is not who you want to see for Casper.
yeah, exactly. Show us those Krampus emotes, all you Cobalt subs.
If you got a Brim, Lord Krampus is your best friend, but right now he's just a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a boss with a ton of life standing in your way, and that's time.
And this late in the game, it's hard to take the coal and assume you're going to get a Brim.
It's rough, man.
He does have the pentagram though, so he should luck into a couple more deals, at least one more deal.
And you know Punny's feeling the pressure. He has to win this. Both players are undefeated right now. And they want their guaranteed shot at the $300.
And you know he wants
this.
Yeah.
It's at least $300 for you.
Another $100 in your pocket. And there's the
You're not
cat
going
for
home
Casper.
third.
And Punny wants to make up for his tick mistake. As much as you know, he'll be laughing about it at the same time. He doesn't want to be the reason he's sitting in the losers bracket today.
No, it hurts, man. Like, it really will affect you. Like, people care a lot about this. You know, everybody wants to do well. Nobody wants to do poorly, especially with such an awesome audience watching. You know, everybody's out to show what they got, and everybody's had a great chance. I think everybody has, pretty much.
He had the PhD and he rolled the pill purse. I would have been all over that pill purse.
Sometimes you forget. I forgot I had a PhD when I was racing against Hyphenated. It could have been the difference the first race, maybe. Probably not, but you never know. I think I missed like 4 pills, but yeah, Balls of Steel or Tears Up.
Pretty flies.
Whatever, Pretty Flies.
Especially when you're sitting on tiers, and so if this ends up down to a tier battle, you got to put it in Casper's favor right now with the Contact and the Guardian Angel.
I mean, even with health up, that would be tremendous for him right now.
And there's Map Compass for Mr. iKasperr, so I can't believe he's still a little bit behind here, but maybe he's just playing Punny, knowing Punny has nothing.
Just look at his health, though. I mean, they're both so low in health. If they both went to their fights right now in the Cathedral, I would have to say I don't think either of them could make it. Casper maybe might. Maybe.
Well, and I've said it before. The way I play this game is building. I make a build that I know I can kill the blue baby with.
There you go.
And I go. If I don't force that build, I'll waste all day trying to force it. Oh my God, that D20 ain't gonna cut it.
Woo! These are some really good tense races, though. I like seeing these kind of races where they're still in tiers. Maybe there's just some like sick part inside of me that just
Legs
loves to
torturing
watch
them.
it. But it is refreshing seeing them so close and having to work for something instead of just we're both getting carried basement 1, basement 2, devil deals, first items, you know. Fetus, I'm gone. Knife, I'm gone.
I thought Casper might take that chocolate milk, and I was going to say, I'm glad I'm not listening to his stream. That mechanical keyboard of his can get quite clicky.
Yep, just Brim and Poly. Cole doesn't add nearly as much. Yep. So the Cole's what 2 damage upgrade with the Brimstone.
It is. It's still not a bad on tiers though. What is it? 0.17 per frame. So it can really add up if you can maximize your range. But I don't
it's really good with the contact too, because you can kind of size it up.
Yeah, you
bit.
can position yourself a lot easier. I'm not a big fan of rolling it personally, but at the same time, I don't like unreliable damage. So I understand why they reroll it.
I would re-roll it if it's late and I don't have something made.
Yeah.
Or if I don't, or if I have a knife, obviously I'll re-roll it. But
I think I would have had taken on Casper's side strictly because my opponent doesn't have much going, and I would be pretty comfortable in my Contact and my Guardian Angel that I could force this build to work if I had to.
Yeah. And you know, Punny's already rolled through his Brimstone too, so that's not coming.
Rolled through his Brimstone, one of his cat pieces. He's only got one left.
He's not going to get a devil deal on this floor unless he can magically, whimsically.
That's why I'm amazed he skipped a couple of curse rooms here, especially with the cat pieces.
I really think he's concerned about health with his tiers right now.
He's gonna. I'm thinking right now all his goal is to push to Womb 1 and see if he gets his deal, and if he doesn't, decide there what the game plan is.
Might as well start resetting. I don't know.
Well, you want to keep your opponent going though, so I mean, I might even toy around in the Cathedral and try to get my opponent to push his build too far. You know, that is some of the mind games you have to play. Yeah. It gets harder and harder to do as people continue to find ways to get the carry. Casper needs to avoid damage here. He's 1 room away from his boss fight.
Oh, and looking at masks too, like that's.
Yeah.
Casper needs to avoid damage. Let's throw 4 masks at him. Like, this is your favorite room too. We were talking about
I
yesterday.
hate this one. I don't mind all the other mask rooms as much,
Yeah.
but this one here, for some reason, always gets me.
This one's second worst for me to the open ones, like I was saying. So, just depends. If I got some speed, the open ones aren't too bad. Casper's really got to be careful too that he doesn't get into the get into the chest without bombs and find the small version of this lady and glitch her out and have to restart. That's almost as bad as that. That probably is as bad as picking up a tick, you know?
Yeah. This one a lot of
It's
people aren't
happened to me.
aware of, but it definitely is common occurrence with the contact.
It's happened to me at least twice during deathless streaks, and I had to restart my game. I didn't count as a death, but it'll piss you off. It's even more so in a race for money, for a tournament, for a competition.
For $200, Casper's gone full time now too, and I was talking about the money. I told him it has to be nice knowing you going full time and you're guaranteed in the money. But these guys, you know, they're
Every
doing this
dollar
for a
counts.
living.
You know,
And he
we
did manage
scraped
to
up every
avoid the red
dollar.
heart damage.
I don't know what Punny was thinking there.
I
He
didn't see what
walked
Punny-
literally down right through the puddle without anything charging him.
Oh, did he?
Took a full heart of damage. I mean, I guess just a miscalculation.
And see, I thought Casper should have took the coal, or should have took the dead cat that rolled from the coal, already having the paw picked up. But he would have got his guppy there, but he would have been on 1 heart container. So I mean, maybe wouldn't have won him anything. But
I'm really getting scared that neither of these guys are going to be able to pull out a win at all here.
honestly, I think they're both hoping the same thing. I think they're both hoping
One?
that one will restart so the other one can. That's where I'd be hoping. If I mean, I've been in this
Yeah.
situation. You don't want to say it out loud, but.
Yep.
And Punny's going to actually suicide on that foot fight. You saw once he realized his soul heart was gone, he's going to suicide the foot fight, guarantee he doesn't get a devil deal here, and then try to increase his chance on the next floor to get a devil deal.
This reminds me of that time we both had Polly with really crappy shots.
I know,
for,
just like,
tier 8.
please, one of us
We're like,
finish.
Die or reset, just make it stop.
No, Cobalt is out. It's
Yep.
just these two and hyphenated.
We lost myself, Dune, and Slack yesterday,
Yes.
so
Some big
3
guys.
excellent racers gone, if I'm allowed to talk about myself like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad, though. I would feel so scummy winning my own money, guys. I really would. Like, I wanted
And
to
you
hold
worked-
this event for everybody else.
You worked hard to try to get it back, though, man. It wasn't like you
well, I'm
just
not
gave
gonna
up.
just
Yeah.
not do my best. That's not who I
Yeah.
am, you know. So I tried my best every time. But man, we lost some great racers yesterday, and we still got some great racers in it, though. Like we said, we have tons of awesome people. It's great. It's not like it was, you know, a year ago where people just could not. We're just dying over and over again, and we had 3-hour races. You know, like people are getting there now. It's becoming a thing.
Oh, I'm amazed at how many people send me messages and say how fast their times have gotten and everything too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the guys who are doing boiler weeklies and stuff like that were scared about their boiler weeklies and have said they've learned so much about the devil deals, about the special items and stuff like that. And it's helped them so much getting more and more consistent with their boiler times and stuff for the boiler weeklies. So.
All right, so if there's any magic getting pulled off, it's going to be on this floor for Punny. He's really not going to want to take red heart damage.
That's a hard room not to.
It is, but it's
He
worth
wasn't
it. There's
standing at a
two
good
of them.
angle. He wasn't standing at a good angle. He should have been.
Dead on.
Yeah.
Casper's got to take that. I mean, any kind of damage, give it to me.
My Puma went off. Whoops. It's in the sound file. It's alright. I'm roaring at somebody. Some sexy ladies.
That's nice. Man, the Twitter's off the wall today, guys. Thank you so much for the retweets, getting the word out about the boss. I think the response that we've had for the tournament has been just outrageous. Thank you guys for being so interested in this and allowing us to facilitate this. Half of this tournament is actually off of donated money. So we were going to put up 500 between the both of us, and the community just was so responsive and wanted this to happen that we actually were able to up the prize pool for these guys. And it feels good, man. It feels good to know that you guys want this done and to be able to do it. And that's what we want to do. We want to facilitate the races for these players and allow them to have a venue to perform on. And
We didn't even try to up the prize pool either, and it was upped in one day.
Yep. Literally the day we announced it.
The day
so
we
thank you
announced
guys
it, you guys doubled our money. We actually told you guys please stop donating for the prize pool because we didn't want to get to go too far, not knowing. I mean, as fun as it would have been to say we're giving $2,000 to the first, racer. We didn't even have racers lined up yet. Oh my God, he gets the Joker card.
Oh my
After
goodness.
killing his own Devil Deal, he's still gonna hold it and still see if he lucks into a Devil Deal.
Yeah.
But
2 hearts with tears in the womb 1? I mean,
yeah.
you got to be praying for a knife or a guppy piece. And even then, look at his health.
Yeah. Because he's only got
gonna
3
have to go
lives.
to 1
Not just
heart,
his health,
3
he's only got 3 lives too. So even if he
Yep.
suicides.
Look at these rooms.
Oh, that was some nice play there though, to not panic with a Gertie that close to your face.
I don't get it. He gets hit by the single Gertie, but not the double. Well, he could still. He's not dead yet, but there he goes.
There it is.
Whew.
He's charging at it, dude. Coming at it like a rhinoceros. I'll charge you, Gertie. I'll charge you.
iKasperr, with his full mapping, just is trying to make something happen here, but I think he's just got to go and just hope for that 1-1 Devil Deal, or maybe he's banking on his opponent dying and just doesn't think his build's good enough.
11 million channel views, Cobalt.
Did I hit it?
Congratulations, bro.
Oh my gosh, guys. Thank
11
you so
million.
much. That is the dream. When I first hit my first million, I was like, I've never had a million of anything. Oh my gosh. That's outrageous, guys. Thank you so much for that. All right, Kasper's trying to make something happen here. So is Punny. This race, man. What's the timer looking like? 24 minutes. They were done in a minute from now last race.
I would have left the stem cells on the floor, assuming I'm going to suicide this deal and at least leave the floor with 200 or 2 health ups. I'm seeing these big 11 millions rolling through my screen. Yeah,
I actually saw Punny do that earlier with the meat. He took it before he went in.
He thought about not taking it too. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
He sat there thinking about it. What if a cat's in here? Oh my God!
Here, have a free item sitting on the ground before your Devil Deal. Get that out of the pool. Oh man, not what you wanted. Oh, I'm standing up right now. This is getting me going, dude.
And here's what I'm talking about. He can't reset.
Nope.
As much as he wants to, and he dived this run, he can't reset because
if Punny had the contact, he'd have this.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
And he just can't reset and give Kasperr all the time in the world, especially now Kasper's picking up a habit. Kasper's already taking his time. I just don't think he can do it. And Kasper's going to just try to make this build work. He's going to put down some classic Kasperr strats and say, take my time. I'll beat you in the long race, which is surviving.
I feel like Kasperr has this aura around him that when you do race him competitively, that you just get, it's like attrition. Like, you want that? You can't have it.
All of his races, man, have been tougher than nails. I mean, even that last one for Punny until he picked up that tick was just neck and neck.
I know. Give me 28 minutes. Like, come on. Everybody's 18 minutes in my ass. Like, popping them out. It's been some crazy races, and this is like what we said. You can have those.
Oh my God! And he lucks into another door open, and still can't find his last cat piece.
Ridiculous. He's kicking himself for not checking some of those curse rooms earlier too. Let's see if he can make some health happen, or, I mean, if he ends up getting like a strength card or a devil card. The problem is he has no orbitals either. So.
And the problem is he has to win.
Yep,
I mean,
he has to win.
He can't reset now and say, maybe I could repass Kasperr. He can't. He's got to win this. And Kasperr holding that habit, I mean, if he can get his win-1 Devil Deal.
This is so intense.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Yeah.
I've literally, like, Kasperr's clearing, like, 3 rooms per floor compared to Punny right now, I feel like. Oh, just taking his time. Sweet time.
That's what I was afraid of with Punny going that fast to try to see his Devil Deals. If they didn't work out, he can get stuck ahead. I mean, this happened in my last tournament as well when it was you and Six got. Six got rushed ahead of you so far and it looked like going to win, and then all of a sudden,
fast.
Yeah.
Then he tanks it.
And you just kind of slowed down in the womb and gave yourself enough time to gamble and play the arcades and ended up taking it out in the end after he died. So.
Yep, that's all you need sometimes.
Punny did get a nice amount of life off that, though.
It's going to help, but no orbitals, man, on all tiers is always sketch, and he's got some fast tier rate. That looks
Yeah.
like about max to me. So
He's got pack coat hanger. Not quite.
it's barely though. It's like
Or
it's
is it?
fast. I think.
Oh yeah, it
I
is
think
squeezy. It is squeezy.
yeah, that's what I
It
thought.
looked like
It
faster
looks
than that.
max.
Yeah.
Oh, these mask rooms, unforgiving. He just uses his last bomb to bomb through there. He
Because he knows he
that's
wants
the right
his,
way to go, though.
he wants to save his health. I mean, that's the priority right now.
Exactly.
And the problem with him spending more time on these floors here is they're all 1-heart floors, where Casper's still dicking around on half-heart floors.
This is ironic, too, because so many people have not valued their health. They haven't had to because they've had the carry items. They've had the Polaroid procs. So it's kind of refreshing to see a player starting to have to value their health a little bit with these tiers, but it is still brutal to watch.
There's an arcade for Punny, which could be huge. If he can get off his red hearts, maybe pull an orbital out of a slot machine or more soul hearts.
Casper wants a knife or something out of that room. He's not leaving without something. But then again, as you can see, Casper taking his time with a 2-floor behind, not even looking at his boss yet. I mean, it gives Punny time to gamble. It gives him time to build up hearts, and that's what he's doing. Real hard
I'm watching Punny just loop around this mimic, putting me to sleep, man. Like, oh, look at him dancing. They're pretty. Oh, those stupid ham bones, as I call them.
Oh, man. Give me 1 second.
No problem, bro. He does have the fortune teller there. The blood bag, I don't know, man. I might have tried to roll it. He likes the speed probably too. I know a lot of these better racers than me like a lot of speed, but I might have tried to roll it for some gold. So Casper finally getting one room away from his boss. And he's got the map compass, so if he can pull a big item here, catching up will be no problem. And he gets sniped there too. He's every heart is gonna be just crucial for Punny. I mean, he really cannot afford it at all. And Casper's still not finding anything there. Is he gonna go try to D20? It's just so unreliable. He has a habit, but man, is that unreliable. Commence the braking run. Is that enough items he can really do that? And in your secret room pool, it doesn't make sense to me. Take it to your curse room at least, man. What are you going to pull out of your secret room that's going to get you there?
All right.
Casper's breaking the game.
That womb.
But I don't know why in his secret room. What's he going to get there that's going to do him any good?
99 bombs and a raw liver and some flying. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take Epic Fetus in this rule set.
Maybe he's trying to make a card or something that he can move.
He didn't even pick up his cards, I don't think. He picked up the Sun card and kind of just said, I'm happy with it. Yeah, like, is he going to look at this one? Maybe take it to the Curse Room? That would be the only thing you could do, really, is Curse Room it.
Yeah.
If he Curse Room breaks the game...
It'll be the first time it's been done in a race, I think.
And then Punny maybe should have reset.
Ever.
Punny is into the Cathedral, and he does have a bit of life, but no orbitals, man. I don't feel it right now, but
I'm thinking he's gonna take 3 to 4 on
at least
on Isaac.
I don't think he can afford to temperance away all his red hearts either.
Is he going down to Polaroid procs for this? There's no way. I think that's not a good move, like you just said.
I would 1 or 2 shouldn't hurt him because he should be able to pick up 1 or 2 back.
I thought he was going straight.
Maybe
for
get
the
his half heart
proc.
again. God, Casper, man, the secret room. It does look like he's picking up cards, hoping for more.
Yeah. I can't believe he spent this much time on this floor.
Yeah, but he knows. He's got Punny locked up. Punny can't reset because then Casper's going to go for it.
He's on full tiers.
And Casper can still get a 1/1 Devil Deal with that habit and still make shit happen.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oof. I got scared he was going to roll that Polaroid on accident there. That could have been GG.
I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is the craziest race I've ever seen. Ever.
You wanted them to give us a little longer race? Well, here it is.
There it is, baby.
Does Punny remember that he has a PhD yet? Oh, it showed him what it was. It's the one
tears.
that doesn't do anything for him.
Here, cry a little more, little boy. Oh, you can't. Your tear ducts are max.
We've taken your tear ducts to the limit.
Oh, man. Taking a little bit of damage off War. You can't afford that right now.
Not on an easy boss like War.
And he's been giving those red hearts up, too. He's going to have to make more of those happen before he can do anything. He's got to be going the right way. Maybe not.
He didn't play with his arcade on the last floor enough either. He didn't go back and get those secret rooms and stuff that I saw.
And he had the time.
Yeah.
He's had the time to do all of that.
Yeah, he definitely has.
He could have checked his curse rooms earlier on those
Casper
floors.
didn't get anything out of that dicking around either. I mean,
just a sun card, and he's already got full mapping.
He's not even going to hit the roll one more time on his item room. Now he's stuck in here. So all that time for not really much.
He's probably just trying to go for that devil deal now at this point.
I would have at least tried to force out some money or something in case I needed it later. Punny getting hit on official fight again. It's been the nemesis of his run tonight. I mean, I would have been really scared if I was Punny seeing Casper breaking the game. I might have continued to try as Casper. I mean, you're not catching up.
This is so rare to see, though. Two racers, neither of them off tiers.
Yeah.
This late. This has not happened yet. I honestly didn't think it was possible for one person not to be able to get off of tiers, but it just takes the right combo of items.
And the right items for your opponent to have to make it happen.
Yeah. And he's had to skip some. He didn't have the soul hearts either for those devil deals that he needed, too. Yeah. So it comes down to also not taking damage. I think he was half of a soul heart off or something like that.
Punny?
Yeah.
He ended up being one off after he picked up the pact.
Yeah. Hey, Ouija. Do some shout outs to chat every now and then. Fistula is Punny's worst enemy. Oh, man.
His health is scary, scary low right now.
There's all that
and money. That's what you wanted. Not a one-up, not a raw liver, an Ankh.
All right, Casper clearing through his mom fight without taking any damage. That tier rate will help out tremendously here. He goes for the Polaroid, already has one.
Give me another one.
He had to take that too, though, when he found it. Otherwise, if he would have rolled that with his D20, he would have had to reset his whole game.
Exactly. When he accidentally repicked up the curved horn, I was hoping, oh my god, don't hit space. So I said he'd find more red hearts. I'm a big fat liar. He has not found any red hearts since he fed some away.
And that's pretty crazy. Even off of War and some of these other bosses, you're a liar. You're
there
a dirty liar.
I'm a dirty liar. I'm still lying. Because there's a half a heart.
Oh, here, have a nice empty room before your boss with nothing else. Like no bombs, no life.
And a challenge room this late is scary to do, too.
Still on no orbitals. This is rough, man. He can't get into it. He doesn't have enough hearts.
It's the great challenge room. He can't even bomb his temperance machine.
This is like being in a strip club with blindfold on, man. I mean, what's the point? It's rough.
And going for it, but
you got to. What can you do? Just reset without trying?
Yeah.
You can't.
I mean,
he's got to get into that chest.
He's gonna have to do exactly what he's doing. The tappa tappa. Oh my god! And some close calls already.
And this is how people, when they ask for tips on Isaac, when they're first starting the game, is what I tell them to do. You get in there, you shoot for about 2 seconds, and then you go to a corner, and you wait for him to calm the hell down.
His damage is actually pretty good, considering how many...
His damage is stellar.
Yeah, considering how little he's hitting him, his damage is actually a lot stronger than you realize. He's still getting that magic mush multiplier, too, that he wouldn't have got if he would have gone on a brimstone or something.
Oh, yeah.
Tappa tappa.
I mean, it is possible, especially if you play like this. It's not the fastest way to go, but who cares? This run's not fast. Doing a really good job here.
Yes.
Why did I open my fat mouth?
Because you're a jerk.
He's doing a really good job here. And Conquest for Casper ticked him for a half of a heart there, but that contact is locking him down.
That's going to be the hard part right here, the babies. And
God,
I've had that happen so many times, man. The Polaroid's up, and that's what I thought Casper should have done a long time ago. But again, he doesn't roll the deal.
He didn't roll the deal, and he's taken the pony with 4 hearts.
So that makes absolutely no sense. You just literally wasted your dice. I mean, like...
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was a one heart deal. I mean, you don't have the pact, you don't have the mark. You could have gotten a soul heart out of it.
The only thing I'm thinking that
repaid
he's
your
doing
life.
is holding those red hearts for his sun card to give him more survivability. He doesn't have the 9 lives or 1 up.
To me, someone who's afraid to roll it just means they aren't confident in their own decision that they would, they might take something they'd regret, I guess. But
he does have the pony sitting out there too, so he can always pony glitch for health too as well. So it's interesting. It is, he is really far behind right now, trying to keep up. But then again, he sees Punny last life here with 1 heart.
The pact would have netted me more life, and I'd have to be confident I could hold on to it with my brim and my pony. You're
right. I'm just trying to give him.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Oh, instantly.
Yeah. Casper's got to be breathing a sigh of relief. It's Casper's game to lose now.
I wouldn't have given up my D6 though either, even with the pony glitch. No way, no how.
It's a tough thing because your Brimstone is not going to cause too much tier retaliation. He doesn't have any followers, so he shouldn't be getting knocked around too much if he does pony glitch. It's the safe way to go.
You think so? I think with the habit, having the dice is the safe way to go. I think you're a lot more likely to roll, especially with as much as he's already rolled.
He's only going to roll in the chest, though, guaranteed.
Yeah, but he's going to roll in the chest, man, and I feel like that's a huge advantage.
I think with what he's got, he's going to be okay, though. I really do. With the Brimstone.
And he's going to take his time here, and he's probably going to try to snag another orbital.
The Guardian Angel's huge. Especially if he picks up some more orbitals for it.
Yeah, if he can pick up a pretty fly right now, he'll be really good. Really good to go. And his life is pretty good. I'm pretty confident Casper's got this in the bag without doing any of this, but this could be a matter of $500. The winner of this race has a huge advantage to go on and finish the tournament. God, I would love to see these two go again, though. After Punny screwed up with the tick, I would love to see these guys go again in the finals here in just an hour or two.
Big chance. Punny's actually made a few mistakes today that he has not made the entire tournament.
Well, it's down to the wire, and the big money's on the line now. We weren't talking about money for the last 4 weeks or so, 3 weeks. I mean, we really didn't bring it up till today.
It's there.
No orbital. Why not? Keep going. Get it.
Somebody on Twitter liked my quote. They quoted me and said I was a genius. All right, so Punny is... I would just keep resetting my devil deal here, knowing I'm behind until I got a knife or something. I mean, what else are you going to do? Make something happen. You're going to have to hope Casper dies. Like, go to your devil deal, re-roll it. If you don't like it, reset. Nothing else you can do here. That was... I mean, he gave it his all. He full cleared the womb, checked all of his rooms that he could with a few bombs.
He really got screwed on those last couple devil deals. I mean, he tried so hard and just... I mean, and he locked up the last 2 devil deals. He did the right thing on the foot. He made the right play choices. I think the only thing I could have said he could have done different was check some curse rooms, but it may have cost him the health he needed to lock in the other devil deals. So there was a sub.
Oh my goodness.
The SS failboat.
The SS Failboat just rolled up in here and subscribed. Drop the Locor. He subscribed to you yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. SS Failboat.
Did I miss it yesterday?
I think I called him out.
Oh, did you?
When he subbed for you, yeah. All right, here's the devil deals for him.
He says, I'm going to get another cat, I promise.
I mean, not bad.
Not bad at all. And you got a super bandage waiting outside the door for you to give you back some more life?
Yep. Still going to need something to go with it, but he's got plenty of time now to make it happen, depending on how long Casper takes here. So,
iKasperr looking really good, doing a great job. And I knew iKasperr would. I know he really slow played it, but he had the time to do it. I give him tons of credit for it.
He knows how to play his opponent.
He does. He does. He's had to do it before. You saw his finals, man. I mean, sometimes you got to just bite the bullet and say, hey, I don't care if I'm entertaining or not, I'm going to win it. And there you see the mouse on the screen. Cursor on screen! Cursor on screen!
Guys, that's your cursor. Get it off. God. It's not my cursor.
Wait, I can't even put my cursor on his screen, can I? Oh, not. Oh, I can. Ah, touch your cursor. Let me touch it with my hammer.
How'd you get your mouse cursor on my screen? I don't understand. It's tricky.
Let me help you,
snap
iKasperr.
the mouse?
You
Yes.
can. You can indeed. He is right now.
I don't feel as comfortable with it, but it's
It's
totally
actually
possible.
it's really easy if you get a feel for it.
Yeah, it just feels funny to me, I guess. I can still do it, just doesn't feel right. Alright. He's got the pony glitch. He's almost got him to the baby phase. Baby phase might knock him around a little bit depending on where they're at, but he could also just brimstone him down. Brimstone him down if they line up correctly.
This is so safe from iKasperr. I love it. I mean, as much as I would have played it differently still just for my own sake,
Yeah.
I love it. It's perfect. I mean, I'm going to even pony glitch it. He's even trying to bomb himself out of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Which...
totally not
there's the base
necessary,
knock
but let's
around.
do it. And there
He's
is
playing for
the
money,
cat
steal it
and
up.
the knife. So we get a guppy knife on Caves 1 now after all that hard work to
Saying.
try before.
Now he's got about 4 to 5 minutes to get to the chest.
What? He's done it
Caves
before,
2.
right? 9 minutes? With no health?
Yeah. He's got a relic. It's going to stack him up some health. You really don't even want to gain your red hearts back here either. You just want your relics.
Yep. Just give me the relic procs.
Oh, and a squeezy to go with it. I mean, so strong.
And that full mapping for iKasperr before the Sun card.
Mm-hmm.
Should
See,
be no
here's
problem
where he's
here.
glad he picked up that pony. Right here.
He's not getting the contact procs either.
Well, it's a lot harder with Brimstone than with Tears.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the burst. It helps with the Brim Snap. But,
That
without the Brim
X-ray
Snap-
spec pickup here was actually a big one for iKasperr. Going to save him 3 rooms.
oh, man.
He will have his
Oh, man.
he will have his pony charge obviously from. Oh man, yeah, you're not kidding me. He did get a hard drop though, thank God.
Oh, you're making me nervous. Worst comes to worst, he can drop, like, the pony and take the heart or something. And
Yeah,
I
but
don't
with
know.
only 3 heart containers, I tried that.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do. Oh, it's actually going to save him 4 rooms. My
I
bad.
think the pony glitch would probably be, more friendly there.
Yeah,
as
because
far
he can
as
double
that-
pony glitch if he has to reposition.
Not the boss you want to see, but he got the freeze off on him right away, so...
And Punny is depths 2.
Yep. Crazy. He's trying to catch up here. And with the knife, that's what's going to do it, if anything, so...
Depths 2. In the time it took iKasperr to get across his chest floor.
Yeah.
And he's going.
He found the carry this time, which has been lacking the past 2 games.
For sure.
Someone got carried finally. I mean, even with the you can say iKasperr got carried with that fetus the first round, but he had quad shot with it right away.
Yeah.
So
And Punny had all the opportunity. Punny had him beat, in my opinion, still had him beat. And I think iKasperr would say the same thing. Tick saved his ass from having to go to game 3 here.
that simple, tiny little mistake, that's really sometimes all it takes in some of these races.
Well, that's what I love about
Not to
how
say.
good everyone has gotten. It is the little play mistakes, the basement
Yep.
2 red heart damage,
so marginal.
the extra hit here and there that has made it so hard sometimes to not win.
I'm thinking Slack might have a point here with the Soul Hearts with Guppy, but then again, he does have the relic. But I don't know. He's not having any trouble finding him, is he? He was at 0 hearts like 2 minutes ago.
He makes it to the womb, though. I mean, you got to give him
He just
credit.
jumped down in the hole without picking his Polaroid
He
up.
did. He did.
Oh man.
Punny, you're drunk. Punny,
Oh,
you're
man.
drunk.
He's just thinking speed. Catch up.
Alright, Casper, you can get off that pony glitch and finish him for me. I know you can dodge this with a Guardian Angel and a damn Brimstone contact.
Oh, Suntality. Where's it at? Give him my Suntality. Suntality.
He's not gonna Suntality!
Finish him.
There, he finished the babies for you. 48 minutes!
Wow. 48 minutes? Holy Toledo.
After Punny had a 14-minute time?
It's insane. Insanity, man.